Okay, 1 2 1 2. Phil Davis coming at you. Ancestry Lands motivates. Here we go. I'm going to talk to you all about the requirement in order for you to become successful. When I'm gonna use a quick analogy real quick, just to get you to understand that pain is necessary for growth. If you are in life struggling, if you're looking to find a way to get ahead, you're looking to be successful, for the people who are looking to strive in the world, being the feeling of being defeated, or feeling like you're behind, the feeling like you have to overcome, that's only there because you are trying to be successful. People who don't want to be shit ain't concerned about doing shit. People who are lazy are not worried about success. If you're worried about being successful in life, you are a person that's striving to achieve success and become successful. When you are successful, you do not have those front-facing forces that are going to go against you to make you feel like you are struggling. No person that has been trying to achieve a championship has had it easy. Kobe Bryant, any of the greats, Muhammad Ali, no champion or victory is not without its struggles or controversies or hardships or labors that require you to overcome something. And when you're talking about the pain, the struggle, the uphill cost, the taxation, the price that is placed on you, the level of difficulties placed on you to become successful, think of iron. Think of how metal is made. I'm going to use this analogy, very, very, very comparison. In order to get a stronger metal has to be what? It has to be mined, it has to be brought out of the dirt, it has to be put into fire, it's got to be burned of its impurities. The metal then has to be put into some kind of base form, and then it's got to be pounded out for more impurities to be burned out. And then it's got to go back into the fire again. It's got to be shaped, sharpened, and pounded out again in order to become something harder, to become something, durable. It cannot enter its phase of becoming a sword, a car, a frame, anything without it being free of impurities to become its final form. It cannot. It won't do it. So why is it in life you feel that you are an exception to that rule? You are not. It is a base requirement for you becoming successful. And when you understand that you no longer need to focus on the uphill battle, the labor, the pain, the toil, the grind, the hustle, whatever you want to call it. That is not something you need to focus on. What you need to focus on is, are you being consistent every day? Are you being persistent in your pursuit of consistency? Are you a person that is working towards increasing your knowledge, increasing your proficiency, increasing your skill level to become better at the thing that you are inconsistent in? I'm going to use a negative analogy now. For a person that is a drug addict finds better ways to con, to deceive, to use, to borrow, to steal. They find a better way to manipulate. They become better they become better at their craft because they're persistent at the consistency of finding ways to get to that hit, to that high. So if that is the negative analogy in comparison to the positive analogy of you working every day, studying, being diligent, being persistent in consistency. Persistent in consistency. Let me say that again. Persistent in consistency. Because there are days where I don't feel like doing anything. When I say persistence in consistency, I'm talking about the fact that you are consistent and persistent, meaning that you're going to always, when you feel like quitting, when you feel like not doing it, you're going to go towards doing it, even when you don't feel like doing it, to complete the day of being consistent, to keep doing it. You're going to say, hey, Phil, how many days do you work on videos? How many days do you work on recording? Every day. How many days do you work on editing? Every day. How many days do you work on, increasing your craft, reading, learning? Every day. Life is a struggle for every living being on this planet. Life is a struggle since life began. You are now in the 2000 year AD of where life is today, and it is no different. So if you are not willing to pay the taxation for the basic struggle in life, you don't have no place having life at all. Now, with that, that is just basic life. When you want to become successful, when you want more in life, you now place more requirement on yourself to become successful. You replace more requirement on yourself to say, here's what I got to do, struggle in order to be successful in life. You now have increased the ante, what is required, the minimum bet, the minimum deposit to play this game called life. There is no exception. The less you want in life, the less you're required to do. When you want to become a doctor, what is required of you? Long years of schooling, past the standard education that is given to you in this country and many others. You want to learn about AI, you want to learn about tech, what is required of you? That means you have to sacrifice hours of ignorance for hours of learning. When you're a baby, you have to sacrifice not learning to walk in order to learn how to walk. You have to give up something in order to get something. That's the law of equivalent exchange. The greater the want, the more it's required of you to give up in order to obtain. You have to give up your childhood in order to become an adult. Kobe Bryant, Mamba mentality, right? Everybody loves to talk about Kobe Bryant and the Mamba mentality. Everybody loves to highlight the end result, the outcome, the success. But many people do not like to highlight their work, the requirement, the endless hours. How many days did he miss moments with his children? How many days did he miss being there with his wife? How many days did she feel lonely? How many days did the kids see their other dads coming to pick them up and their dad was working? How many days did people who were successful miss things, small moments in life, in order to become successful in life, and they miss moments that otherwise other people get to have? But there's a requirement for success. Even long after Kobe Bryant was gone, people are still talking about him. People are still hearing his words. People are still hearing his wisdom. For the children that are left alive, they still will be able to hear their father's voice long after they are past his age, older than him, before he passed. What I'm saying to you all now is that the requirement for your success depends on what you're willing to give. If you're not willing to give anything up, then success will give you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything at all. Even to live a long life, you do have to somewhat stay healthy. There is a requirement for you to do more than just eat, consume, shit, fucking do whatever you got to do. There is still more required of you. You cannot simply exist and think to live a long life. That does not work that way. The question is, what are you going to do? So I'm going to say all to you now, stop complaining about your pain. Pain is required. What did Bane say to Batman in The Dark Knight? He says, you merely adopted the dark. I am the dark. I come from the dark. You just adopted the dark. So again, everyone has a level of pain. Everyone, even the richest people have a pain. Sometimes their pain is internal. Sometimes it is not external pain. Sometimes it is internal pain that we judge that they don't have the outward external pain, that we think that they don't have an uphill battle. They have nothing to overcome. They have nothing they have to succeed against. Sometimes when you say money doesn't equal happiness, that is because the pain is internal, not external. But many of us think that pain should be equal in the fact that it is always external, and it is not the truth. It is not the case. You got to stop looking at people's pain and thinking it should be equal to yours. What you should look at and say, your pain is defined. You know why? Because you know what your pain points are. In business, they talk about what are your pain points in business. Once you're able to identify the pain points in business, you're able to hire people to be able to delegate those things which are paining you. When you're able to identify your pain points in life, you're either able to bring in resources or support systems to help you out with things that are pain points in life. Everything else requires you to do it yourself. And even then, you're able to overcome and become more successful. So be business-like with yourself in your life. Be business-like in the fact that you understand that certain things are meant for you to overcome to see if you really want and desire the things you say you want in life. If you can't do it, then you have not met the requirement in order to be successful. It does not work that way. A sacrifice must be made. Tribute must be paid. And if you're not willing to make that sacrifice, pay that tribute, then you are not qualified for the thing that you desire. You are not qualified to enter the domain of success. Success is never a promised outcome. It is a desired thing that one looks to achieve in life, but it is not something that everyone is guaranteed to achieve. It is not an achievable outcome in the definitive terms. Even if you do become successful, you cross that threshold, you may only have a certain level of success. There are people who are successful in life that have $100,000. They make good money. They don't have a rich house. They don't have rich by any means of the imagination, but they are not in debt and they're financially well off. There are people who have millions of dollars and they are financially well off. Both have the same level of success that they can purchase what they purchase. They have good health. They have good outcomes, but they have a different measure by which that level is achieved, by which that separates them two. There are billionaires, there are millionaires, but again, there is a separation from the heir and millionaire and billionaire. People can be successful in different thresholds, different levels. There's levels to this shit. But that does not mean that you have by any means achieved a guaranteed success or outcome. And even when you do have success, you've got to maintain it. Success is a hungry demon that requires constant tribute, constant maintenance, or it will deteriorate right before your eyes. It rapidly devours itself unless it is fed. And if you don't understand the rules of success when you want to obtain it, then you will now be consumed by success. And when success consumes you, what it does is it leaves you defeated, depleted, and worn out and broken. Look how many people have won the lottery and ended up broke. It's not the curse of the lottery. It's the fact that they were not prepared for the thing that when they went to go play that lottery, they were not prepared to give the sacrifice and tribute to learn how to manage that money. They've been entered into the depths of thresholds of success in the form of monetary inheritance because they won the lottery, but they did not understand what was required of that, the discipline that was required of that success. And therefore success consumed them. MC Hammer, same thing, respects to Hammer. He showed us all what happens when you are not prepared for success and the requirements thereof. When you cannot remove the poison, the people around you that will come and take from your success, the deceivers, the people who want to come and deplete your success. Every time you gain something, someone else is looking to take from it, but they're not looking to achieve or actually add to the value or add to more success which you have gotten. And again, that is how success consumes you. Success is not a monogamous being. Success looks to tempt others because what she does is she bedazzles all around you to show and bring attention to you when she's on your arm. And if you do not understand what you have, like any beautiful woman that is in a relationship with the man, she will eventually leave you. Like any beautiful man that is with a woman or, whatever else you can say, same sex, whatever else, if you do not understand what you have, if you do not understand what it takes to have an exotic car, if you do not understand what it takes to have a multi-million-dollar house, if you do not understand what it takes to become wealthy in life, when you achieve wealth, it will always be fleeting. It will leave you. Because what will happen is you will be deceived into thinking that wealth or that success will stay with you forever. You will think that you're married to success. No, what you are is just bonded right now. You have to show success that not only you can achieve it, you got to be able to maintain it, and you can also handle it. If you cannot do that, then success will bid you farewell. And that's all I have to say today in this video, folks. Thank you all for watching my Motivate channel. I'm really impressed with the people who come and found value, the people who subscribe, and we're growing. And I have more exciting things to come. It is not just motivation that I'm going to be able to give you. I want to give you successful tips, Things, not just tricks, successful tips, ways that I'm living that can help you to understand how to be successful, not only out externally, but internally in life. And we're going to give you tools and everything else, all the resources you can to be successful in life. Your success, you're not alone in wanting success. We're going to build a nice network of people who want to be successful just like you. I'm Phil Davis. I hope you like and enjoyed this video. Stay tuned and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. That's it, folks. You can go to Ancestry Lands to start owning property today with payments starting at $250 a month, no credit checks, and owning land has never been easier. It's time to build your land portfolio one property at a time. We help you to get dollars from dirt and build generational wealth by owning small plots of affordable vacant land. Contact us to learn more. Oh, and speaking of dollars from dirt, I also wrote a book about investing in land for you readers out there. My book, Getting Dollars from Dirt, A Beginner's Guide to Vacant Land Investing, is on Amazon. The link is in the description section below. Inside, you'll learn simple, easy to read insights that will have you understanding why you should own land today. For more tips and tricks, subscribe for updates, comment below, and let us know what you enjoyed about this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
And remember, like and subscribe.